Join us as we go to Julian, California for the weekend. We only know two things about Julian. We're supposed to get some pies, and we're staying in a haunted hotel.
Ah!
Just a couple hours east of San Diego, tucked into the mountains, is one of California's best little weekend getaways, Julian. It's a town that still feels like the gold rush never really ended. The moment you arrive, you're greeted with wooden storefronts, rustic charm, and the scent of fresh baked pies in the air. The pace here is slower, the people are friendlier, and the scenery is pure mountain magic. Our first stop, lunch. After the long drive, we were ready to eat. We walked over to the Miner's Diner, a 1950s style soda fountain and grill right on Main Street. The inside is full of old school Americana. Red vinyl booths, checkered floors, and walls lined with vintage signs and memorabilia. It's part diner and part museum. If you're curious, while waiting for your order, head to the back where you'll find a hidden mining tunnel exhibit that gives a nod to Julian's Gold Rush roots. Inside the mine, classic candy of all sorts. We shared a pastrami sandwich and fries, knowing that there was a lot more eating and snacking ahead. After lunch, we spent some time just walking the town. Julian isn't large. It's one of those places you can explore on foot in an afternoon, but every corner has a little surprise. There are shops filled with antiques, homemade candles, old books, and local art. My wife can spend an entire day in any one of these charming shops. The town is cozy, welcoming, and full of character. Later in the afternoon, we stopped by Mom's Pie House. This place is legendary in Julian, and for good reason. The smell alone will pull you in from the sidewalk. Inside, we tried the classic apple pie, and we had ours served warm with real whipped topping. The crust was flaky, and the filling had just the right balance of sweet and tart. There's a reason people wait in line here. It's worth every bite. We lucked out and stumbled into a local music festival happening in the town square. The area was lined with vendors, kids danced in front of the stage, and couples swayed to the music. It was a mix of folk, bluegrass, and acoustic sets, all local artists with genuine talent. The sense of community was strong. It felt like everyone in town came out to enjoy the day together. For our overnight stay, we chose the Julian Gold Rush Hotel. This historic bed and breakfast has been around since the 1890s, and stepping inside feels like stepping into another century. Each room is uniquely decorated with vintage charm, and the creaky wooden floors only add to the experience. We went to the local pizza shop for dinner, and in the evening we relaxed on the front porch soaking in the quiet. The next morning, breakfast was served in the dining room. It was the kind of meal that makes you want to linger a little longer. After breakfast, we took our time exploring more of the town. It's amazing how much charm is packed into just a few blocks. Handmade soaps, local honey, vintage books, and one shop where everything smelled like fresh cedar. We chatted with a few of the shop owners who love sharing their story, as well as stories of the area. It's the kind of place where every storefront invites you in, and you always end up finding something you didn't know you needed. We also visited the Julian Pioneer Museum for a fascinating look into the town's history. Inside there are artifacts from Julian's early days, mining equipment, Victorian clothing, old photos. It's run by volunteers and they're full of stories. If you're a history buff or just curious about how people lived back then, it's well worth the stop. Before heading home, we stopped at the Julian Pie Company, both the one in town and a second larger store on the way home. While Mom's is famous for slices, this is the place to buy whole pies to take home. They come frozen and we pick up 3, one for us and one for each of our sons. They box them up neatly so that they travel well, and honestly, I'm glad they were frozen, otherwise I might have eaten them even before I got home. Okay, that wraps up our weekend.
Just bought apple pies. Now I'm happy.
As we drove out of Julian, winding back down through the pines and into the wide open hills, thanks for coming along on this weekend escape, and we'll see you next time on My Retired Life.